Let's make a deal. Okay?
What kind of deal do you want to make?
A cop to a cop? That's what the deal's about.
It's not every day when you see police officers fighting with each other. However, today we'll be going through these moments where corrupt cops got exposed by the good ones on the force. On November 13, 2016, a couple of Montmorency police officers were dispatched after receiving concerned calls about a truck swerving between lanes and almost getting off the road.
Can I see your license, registration, proof of insurance? Okay. You got your ID, department ID, and your driver's license. The reason why I'm stopping you is we got multiple reckless driving calls about you. Okay. And then when I'm following you, you're hitting the shoulder of the road. You been drinking? How many? Okay. Where are you reaching in the back for? I seen you reaching in the back. You have an open container back there? Okay, you been drinking on the way here?
The officers discovered that the person behind the wheel was 47-year-old Brian Filipiak, a lieutenant in Washtenaw County. The deputies tried to follow the protocol, but Brian appeared too entitled to it.
Brian, I'm going to have you step out of the car when I'll do a field sobriety test for you. Okay? Where are you going to camp?
Huh?
Where are you going to camp?
Milwaukee, Michigan. So.
Where?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, Michigan? Where's that? Just around. It's Hillman right around the corner.
Hillman.
Hawks?
Huh? No, past Hawks.
I have no clue where that's at.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you to step out of the vehicle. What would you like me to do?
The officer informed Brian about multiple 911 calls reporting his reckless driving and almost hitting vehicles. Also, the officer insisted he step out of the vehicle, explaining how his entitlement would not work now.
Just let me go.
I can't. I had multiple phone calls. You'd be in the same situation if I was in the vehicle in your county, correct?
I don't know. But
I've got multiple 911 calls about a reckless driver, plate and all matches, almost hitting vehicles. I get behind you. You hit the shoulder of the road twice.
All right, just let me stay here. Okay?
You can't. I'm going to ask you nicely to step out of this vehicle. Brian, my hands are tied. If I let you go, I'm going to lose my career over you. You don't think I wouldn't?
No.
This is northern Michigan.
Brian's entitlement at this point was alarming. The deputy tried his best to maintain respect and politeness, but it appeared that Brian was not deserving any of it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you nicely to step out of the vehicle. You know I have my job to do. You know that.
Yeah, I just want you.
And I understand your point, your position. Okay, I'm trying to be as cooperative and nice to you as I can.
The officer stressed that, as a lieutenant, Brian should understand the procedure and emphasized he couldn't let him go. At this point, he should have pulled him out of the car, but it was obvious that he received special treatment because of his position.
So, please step out of the vehicle for me. You know how this works.
I know.
Okay? So I'm asking you nicely.
I know you are, but just let me go.
I can't let you go. We're way past that point. You know this.
No, I don't.
You're a lieutenant. You know how this works.
Yeah, I do.
You would tell one of your deputies if they called you right on the side of the road.
No,
And they asked you what to do. So, if one of your deputies is in the position as I am right now, calling you as a lieutenant, Lieutenant, this is what I got. What should I do? You're just going to say let him go?
At this point, yes.
Why?
Why?
Just because. You're intoxicated. I know it. You've opened alcohol in the vehicle that you stabbed in the back. I know it. You know it. I'm not losing my career over you.
Brian still hoped that he could reach a deal with the deputy as he persisted with his ignorant demands.
Brian, we've already went past that point.
No, what?
You are. I'm being nice to you.
No.
No less.
Well,
Any other person you would have drug out of this vehicle, correct?
No.
That's refusing to step out of this vehicle.
No, not where I'm at.
Where you work, Washington County will not do that.
Yeah,
Okay, so I think I'm being decent, not yanking you out of this vehicle yet. I don't want to yank you out of this vehicle.
No, just let me go. Right?
I can't. We're done with that.
No. We can't.
No.
So,
My bosses already know.
that's fine.
That's not fine. Step out of this vehicle right now.
The officer's patience had started to wear thin, and it was only a matter of time before Brian was pulled out of the truck.
No, that's why I'm saying.
You wouldn't have stopped without me lighting you up.
Stopped for you.
You wouldn't have stopped.
I stopped for you.
Yes, you did. You wouldn't have I didn't get behind you.
Oh my gosh. How would I okay, just let
You
me,
know intoxication.
Just let me stop over and call it, okay?
I can't.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Oh my god.
I'm not losing my career over you.
And I'm not losing my career either, so.
So, you doing exactly what you're doing is not helping your career out.
No, it's not.
The officer expressed frustration in proceeding with the arrest despite Brian's objections. Brian, on the other hand, still thought that he was above the law.
No, just let me go over.
I can't. We're done. Out of this vehicle now. I'm getting done with you.
Alright, what's your name again?
Deputy Morrison.
Morrison?
Zach Morrison.
Just let me.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
You think I want to do this? Arrest a fellow cop?
Yes, I think you do.
Why?
I don't know.
I know this career. I know what you go through every day.
No, just let me go over.
Why do you think I want to arrest a cop? We're not above the law.
I don't know.
Okay.
The officer eventually threatened Brian with a taser, something he should have done pretty early because his drama just didn't seem to end.
Or I start yanking in you and get you out of here, and if you keep resisting, you're going to get a taser.
No, I'm not going to fight you. So I'm just telling you, I will pull over and we'll sleep in.
We're done with this.
No, I will. Just be a...
Clerk, out of this vehicle now.
Be
out of this vehicle
no,
now.
Don't touch
Brian,
me.
out of this vehicle now.
Don't touch me.
Let's step out.
No,
you know this. Out of this vehicle.
No.
Out of this vehicle. You are resisting an officer.
No,
you know
I'm
this.
Not. Just think about it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm not losing my career over you. Out of this
I'm
vehicle.
not going to leave it either.
Quit pulling
I
away.
will go and pull over.
Despite being threatened, Brian refused to come out. Finally, the officer used force against him and managed to bring a stop to this painful altercation.
No.
We just have to. Out.
Brian, go.
No, hold on, guys.
Brian.
One more time.
Step out of the vehicle.
No, one more time.
Step
okay?
out
You're
of the
going to
vehicle.
get a taser.
No, one
Step
more
out
time.
of the vehicle.
Can we talk about it?
Step out of the vehicle.
17, step it up.
Can we talk about it? Guys.
Step out of the vehicle.
You're getting a taser. Back up.
No.
Taser right now if you don't get out.
Make it work, okay?
Out. Right now. Go to the front of my car.
However, the situation was still far from over, as Brian was still refusing to undergo a field sobriety test.
Can I just pull off?
No.
Why?
You're going to do field sobriety test for me.
No, just let me pull
Brian, we're done with this.
Hold on.
Talk to me. Yes or no? Are you doing field sobriety tests?
All right, so if this was the other situation, what would you do?
I'm in a horrible situation.
I know, just let me...
If I was drunk in your position and
I'm
you
not
pulled me
drunk.
over, I'd feel horrible. But I'm not going to resist.
I didn't resist.
We forcefully out to you out of this
I was
vehicle.
trying to make a deal.
The drunk cop had absolutely lost it and considered himself way above the law. It's truly disheartening to witness a law enforcement officer acting in such a way.
Brian, are you
No,
doing
you
field?
have to.
No, are you doing field sobriety tests?
No, you have to.
Are you doing field sobriety tests for me?
I think he's on my side, but...
Well, it doesn't matter at this moment. Yes or no? Are you going to do a field sobriety test? Walk the line, one-legged stands, you know the routine.
No, stop. Just let me...
We're done.
No, just let me do it.
Okay. Yes or no? We're going to do field sobriety.
No, just let me... Oh my gosh.
I take that as a no.
I'm on your side.
You're on my side, then do the sobriety test. It's a
No,
yes.
I'm not on your side. If you're on my side, you'd let me just go...
Since he didn't agree to a field sobriety test, the deputy was left with no choice to make the arrest. However, once again, the corrupt cop resisted his action.
If you're not going to do field sobriety test, turn around, place your hands in your back, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
You are under arrest.
No, don't.
You are under arrest. Don't resist, Brian.
No.
Come on.
Come on. Okay, stop.
You're
Stop.
under. You're not
No,
going to.
I'm not resisting, but don't. Let's stop.
You're
Let's
tensed
talk about
up.
it. Let's talk about it. Okay.
We've talked.
No.
You're under arrest.
No,
Place your hands behind your back.
No.
Don't make it even worse.
No, I'm not. Let's talk about it. Let's just.
No. Stop. I don't want to put you on the ground.
No.
I don't want to make
you
this
to.
worse.
All right, I will just sleep it off.
You're.
Dude.
Stop it right now. You know.
Stop tensing up, man.
Stop it. You wouldn't cooperate at any point of this.
What's that?
You. Why wouldn't you not cooperate?
Well, I tried.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
The officer proposed taking Brian to jail and obtaining a breathalyzer test. However, Brian proceeded to say something that would leave you stunned.
You know what happens. We're going to take you to the jail and ask for a data master. And if you refuse that, we're going to get a search warrant for your blood. Take you to the hospital and get blood.
All right, so let's make a deal.
Oh.
Okay?
What kind of deal do you want to make?
A cop to a cop? That's what the deal's about.
A cop to a cop. Why are you putting me in that situation?
Why are you putting me in that situation?
I didn't drink.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't drive drunk.
The stop was still not over, as the officers even had to push Brian into the back of the car. This traffic stop was becoming increasingly embarrassing for the lieutenant with each passing minute.
I'm done.
No.
In my car. In my car. Get in there. Crawl in. I don't care. You're sitting down. You're sitting down in my car.
Let's talk about it, buddy.
Sit down and we'll talk.
No, we won't.
Okay, then sit down and we won't talk. Regardless, man, you gotta sit down.
Have a seat.
Stop.
Have a seat. Watch your head. In my car.
No, stop. I'm not gonna fight.
I just grab his shoulder and start pulling him. Brian, please don't kick me. That's all I'm going to ask.
No, I'm not.
Bring your foot in and sit upright.
Brian would still not sit tight in the back, and the officers made sure to give him one last push.
Why are you doing this to a fellow cop?
Why are you doing this to a fellow cop?
Why? Because I said I would go to the side of the road and sit.
Put your foot back in.
Right?
Put your foot
Did I
back.
not agree to that?
Foot back in, leg back in. Now, please. Brian,
No, stop.
stop it.
No, you stop. No, you stop. What are you doing?
Pull his shoulder back.
Brian was ultimately arrested and taken to the police station, where his blood alcohol level was registered at 0.28, almost 3 times more than the legal limit of 0.08. He was charged with operating while intoxicated, but pleaded guilty to a lesser charge. He was immediately placed on administrative leave, and after an internal investigation, he was removed from his position of a lieutenant and was employed on a conditional basis, working with reduced compensation. Surprisingly, this is not the last time a police officer stood up to his fellow cop.
Far. Think about what you're saying, dude. They're federal law enforcement officers that actually know what they're talking about. You need to stay in your lane.
You really do, Spark.
On November 13, 2013, First Amendment Auditor Mr. Free visited the Northwest Mountain Regional Office in Washington to investigate claims of rude federal employees. What he observed during his audit will leave you questioning the professionalism of the staff. Soon after, a security officer confronted Mr. Free, questioning his presence and asserting that he couldn't be on federal property without an appointment.
No. Okay.
What are you taking pictures of?
Are you worried about it?
dumpster?
Yeah, I'm making contact right now. Excuse me?
Why are you worried about that?
Because I do security. This is all federal property. You can't be on federal property unless you have an appointment.
Towards the generators and probably going to try and catch
Excuse me?
him on this
How
side.
confident of that are you?
I'm pretty confident of that.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's having to shot it right now.
Willing to make you a bet on that?
Why are you on federal property?
Why would I explain that to you?
Because you're not supposed to be on federal property unless you have a reason to be on federal property.
The officer requested identification, but Mr. Free humorously claimed he didn't have any. When asked to leave federal property, Mr. Free politely declined. After his denial, he called FPF.
Or you have a proper identification.
Oh. So are you asking for my identification?
Yes, sir. Do you have any identification?
I don't.
That's fine.
My name's Gandalf.
That's fine. Then where did you park at, sir?
What's that?
Where did you park at?
I actually skydived in.
Really?
Did a halo jump. It's a little chilly up at 40,000.
It is pretty cold out
It is really cold up at 40,000.
Could I walk you off federal property? I'm not trying to be rude.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, you know, I'm going to politely decline that request.
I have to ask you to leave, otherwise
I totally understand you have to ask me. I'm sure that's probably in your policy manual or something.
It is.
I'm going to deny the request politely.
Mr. Free confidently bet that even if the authorities arrived, they would leave before he did.
I'm going to make a quick bet with you guys, though, that even if they do by some chance show up, that they'll leave before I do.
Oh, they will be here.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
They're en route.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a quick bet though. They're gonna leave before I do. Any takers?
I'm not a betting man.
Not a betting man.
No, I got too many kids to feed.
Oh, fair enough. Yep. Fair enough. I can appreciate that. Oh, hey, that was fast. That was fast. Is there a PRO on site, by the way? Is there a PRO on site?
Mr. Free was approached by another officer, and surprisingly, both of them seemed to know each other quite well.
Well. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you,
What
man?
are you doing up here all the way
I
from
knew
Portland?
it was going to be you. How are you, man?
Good. How about you, 1523?
Pretty good.
Or do you just prefer Michael?
It doesn't matter.
Officer Michael told the security officer that Mr. Free should be granted access. Federal agencies need a specific process to close property, and since this one wasn't closed, the building was likely open to the public, meaning Mr. Free was within his rights to enter.
I don't know which one you're with. I mean, like I said, like I told you before, I'm not going to stop you from
well, I know there's. I mean,
doing, so.
Honestly, I know I'm not going to get any problem with you, Michael. So I'm with Inland Auditing Media.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
good to see you, man.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah. No, that's great. I'm Gandalf, by the way.
Carlos.
Yep.
No, we haven't dealt. I'm a dog handler, so I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Fair enough. How's 1414 doing?
He's good. Yeah,
He seems he's a bit of a rigid man.
Yeah, but he's all right. He's all right.
No, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Did I catch him on a bad day?
No, I think you were his first minute auditor, and I was letting him take it at first.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
He's good. You know, you know what? I think it helped.
His words left a concerning question. Would this audit expose good practices or unveil another troubling discovery?
I think things like this help police just to be involved in something like this and get to know exactly what we're supposed to do and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, and in the long stream effect, or the downstream effect rather, is that there are many things. I don't know if you guys have.
Sun's getting me in the eyes.
Oh sure, yeah, you bet. If you guys have seen the kind of journalism I practice, I mean, I get tips and leads all the time that actually do take me to places. One of the things I'm getting ready to do here is a FOIA, and I cannot tell you how many times now I've caught some sort of a bad practice, you know, going on. And the good thing about catching those is, as we know, not all police officers, whether they're federal, state, county, city, They're not all bad. There's plenty of good police officers out there. The worst thing to you guys is a crappy police officer, right?
When he asked to do a FOIA request, he was immediately told that he should have gone to the FAA website instead. That situation raised a big question on authoritative property accessibility.
So I need to see if I can get a PRO, or I can go through, it's fine, but I just need to get a FOIA document if I could.
That's fine. Yeah, we just need to see if we can get him what he needs.
Yeah. Just go on the FAA website. You're not coming in.
Why not?
Just go on the FAA website.
How come I'm not coming in?
Because you're. Who are you here to see?
I'm here to do a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay. Who are you here to see them?
Whoever the PRO is.
Public relations
officer.
officer.
See, here's the problem.
As they searched for the public relations officer, they discovered their absence. Questions arose about who held the key to accessing the necessary information.
So we need to get him the information for the person that he needs to see. So let's look at who the public relations. So is there a public relations office here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but no.
But they're not here?
Correct.
All right.
Oh, there's only so like when someone comes in for an airplane license, you don't walk in. You make an appointment with FSDO. FSDO makes sure they're here, and they marry up and get their stuff out. So if he wants to see the PAO, he makes an appointment. They know that they make it agree on a time. They both show up at the same time. Otherwise, everyone works from home.
Hey,
they're only here one day.
I'll change it up.
We need to get the information. Who's the name of the PIO?
Who's the PIO? Yeah.
That's the way it's
get him the information.
Well, there's Bill Meyer. I'm the security guy.
I need to get the PIO's information. Name and contact information.
And also, FAR, I am going to come inside.
Mr. Free challenged the guard and insisted on being allowed inside the building. The tension increased as it became more unclear if he would be allowed to enter or denied completely.
I'm absolutely going through that.
Good for you.
So let's get that process going, okay?
No.
Why not? Are you denying me access to the building?
Who are you here to see?
I'm not going to tell you that. Are you denying me access to the building?
So, see, it's appointment only. It's escort only.
FAR, I'm going to make this real clear to you. Are you going to deny me access or not?
Are you, what are you? Are you my dad?
Are you denying me access or not? You're the security
I'm not saying
person.
anything.
I'm
what
coming
I'm
into the
saying
building,
is,
or you're going to deny me. Which one are you doing?
You have to be escorted.
I don't really. I'm
From
not
wherever
concerned
you
with
go
what the
past
rules
that-
are. What I'm concerned with is I'm going in my building. It's mine.
Yeah? Who's your escort?
I don't really care. You can find whoever you want. Find the janitor.
I'm not here to find an escort for you. You're
I'm not here
tell me
to
who
be
your
told
escort-
that I can't come into my building. So either you're going to deny me access to my building, or you're going to let me inside. You need to figure it out, FAR. Are you going to process me or
So,
not?
let me get this straight. You're telling me what I need to do?
The absence of identification added to the uncertainty surrounding the outcome of the encounter. When the officer asked for his identification, he denied it.
So are you going to prevent me from going in or not?
He needs to be processed in.
Perfect. Welcome to the FAA. Do you have a photo ID?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm not going to show you ID.
perfect. Do you have any weapons or explosives?
No.
Mr. Free received assurances from a helpful staff member regarding access and information. He gave him a sticky notepad so he could provide all the required stuff.
It's going to be that this person is going to be able to give you the information you need. She is the, like, one of the executive managers here.
Oh, okay.
I've dealt with her. She's very nice. So she'll
Great.
be able to point you in the right direction for FAA, who the PAO is.
That's
and
awesome.
How to do a FOIA request.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and sign in for me.
Yeah, you bet.
If you have something, write her information down. I'll give it to you.
You know what I'll do?
Put it on a sticky note for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
All right, it's 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was just looking for that. Is that my badge?
Yes,
Okay.
write the number down.
Oh, sure.
Mr. Free seeks to bypass security officer Farr's attempts to restrict his movement within the lobby by gesturing towards him. Meanwhile, Officer Michael intervenes to notify Officer Farr.
Over there?
No, you're not.
Why?
This is the lobby.
Yeah, he can go over there.
No, he can't.
It's not unrestricted area.
It is. It is a restricted area.
It's not restricted.
What says that it's restricted, Farr?
Show me a restricted sign. Show me an employees only sign.
Everywhere you go, you have to be escorted. Every visitor has to be escorted in this building.
In restricted space.
No, in all spaces.
restricted spaces.
I'm telling you.
But
Hey, Far.
it's not on you, Far. It's not on you.
I get it.
Yeah.
But the FAA says it is escort only.
Okay. In space. Tenant space.
I'll have the president Boeing here. He can't even go back.
Hey, Far, watch me. I'm gonna walk over there,
You can go over there.
and you're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah,
Okay?
because you have these guys right.
It's time that Farr learned his lesson, and the officer made sure to side with the auditor, leaving the official embarrassed.
Oh, Far, think about what you're saying, dude. They're federal law enforcement officers that actually know what they're talking about. You need to stay in your lane.
You really do, Far.
You got
not
it?
point at me.
I will point at you. What are you gonna do about it?
He can point all he wants, Far. Dude. If I need to talk to Jerry, I will. But you gotta cut it out at this point, man. I'm telling you, right now, on a contract standpoint, you gotta stop. You gotta go to the loading dock, whatever you need to do. You need to go on a patrol, but you can't be here. Okay?
All right.
Officer Michael tells the officer to stop what he's doing and points him in a different direction. However, Mr. Free thanks those who are behind him and makes hints about what's coming next.
Are you an employer? Okay. My name is Steve.
I'm William.
Nice to meet you, William.
How are you?
Well, I mean, it's getting better. I don't know what is up with that security contractor Farr. But
He's following his post orders.
he's what?
Following his post orders.
That's concerning.
You have a channel?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know Michael, one of the FAA, or I'm sorry, FPS, one of the FPS officers back there. Not like we're friends, but I mean, I know him from
Acquaintance.
acquaintance. We are definitely acquaintances.
Okay.
Yeah, met him down in Portland. Really nice guy, really great officer.
Got a lot of training.
He does. Carlos just met him today. Really squared away guy.
Here he met another employee. William expresses concerns about the conduct of security contractor Farr, whereas Michael and William talk about how they know FPS officers. Following his audit, Mr. Free posted the interaction on his YouTube channel. He didn't mention any plans for legal action, but urged viewers to share opinions with FPS about officers Michael and Carlos. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we got to see two cases where corrupt police officers were corrected by the good ones. Particularly concerning was the first case where the drunk cop acted entitled and couldn't believe that he was being held accountable. Surprisingly, he was also not removed from the force. It's time that law enforcement officers believe that they are not above the law and maintain discipline throughout their proceeding. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.